In this video, I'll show you how to add a progress bar to a VBA user form that updates as you fill out the form. It's a simple way to make your form easier to use and give people a clear idea of what's left to complete. No extra tools, just pure VBA. Let's get started. Alright, we're gonna go to Developer tab, Visual Basic, insert user form, and we're gonna set the height to 360 and width to 415. Then we're going to insert a label at the top. And in the caption, we're going to call client project readiness checklist. And the label we're going to call LBL title. And we're going to do text alignment aligned in the center, like so. And then we're going to insert 8 labels here and call them LBL Q1. And basically copy paste them 8 times. Now we have a text box that's also TXT Q for question 1 to 8. Then we just need 2 frames to create our bar, to create our progress bar. The first one we'll call it FRM bar. And then our fill for the bar. We'll call that, and we'll call that FRM. And then we need a label inside it. And we're going to call that LBL fill. And then we're going to have another label here that should be the percentage. By default 0%. And we'll call that LBL percent. And then we need a command button. I'll submit. And we're going to call that ETN submit. Let's delete this on top. So far so good. And now we're ready to code it. Before we're writing a single line of VBA, I want to show you the full layout of this Excel user form that we will bring to life with a dynamic progress bar. At the top we have the title label. This keeps things clear for the end user. I've called it client project readiness checklist, but it's not that important. It's more to play along with a progress bar. Each row here represents a project readiness question. These are questions you can ask onboarding clients to clarify some checkpoints, internal workflows, and so on. Below the checklist, I've added a frame and inside it a label that will act as our progress bar. Right now, is blank, but soon it will fill up dynamically as each question is answered. And the idea is you type something here, for example, yes, then it fills in with that percentage, then you fill in yes, and the progress bar grows dynamically. And if you delete something, it also erases and go back. That's the idea behind. And finally, when you fill in everything, the button becomes clickable. It is disabled by default, but when you fill in all the questions, it turns green and you can click submit. And the data goes in to this with a timestamp and whatever information the user have typed in here. Again, it's not so important what comes out of it because it's just to show you how to build a progress bar in a UserForm. We will start with some settings in the UserForm to set the fill label to 0 in width, meaning it starts here by default because nothing is filled in. That's how we load the UserForm. And then we set the label to 0% and make the submit button enabled. And we're also going to do some styling, but we're going to take that at the end. So we're going to double tap here and go to UserForm Initialize. And then we're going to write LBL fill dot width equals 0 and write LBL percent dot caption equal 0%. And then we're going to do a btn submit enable equal false. And then we have a style form module here with call here, but we haven't coded it yet, so I'm going to comment this out for now. Then we're going to code the update progress. So we're going to write private sub update progress, and we're going to dim answered as integer and I as integer. And we're going to dim percent as double, and we're going to set answered equals 0 for I equal 1 to 8, and then we're going to do a if trim me controls gxt q and I dot text is not equal blank. Then we're missing a parenthesis here. Then answered equal answered plus 1, end if, and next I. So we're ending the loop, looping through txt q 1 to 8 to look for an answer. Then we're going to set the percent equal answered divided by 8 multiplied 100. And we're going to do LBL fill dot width equal FRM bar dot width multiplied percent divided by 100. Then we're going to do a LBL percent dot caption, write format percent comma 0 and percent. Then we're going to do if percent equal 100, then with btn submit. We're gonna do a few things here. If it's 100%, that means we have answered all the questions, and that will be enabled equal true dot back color equal RAB 0 comma 176 comma 80 dot for color equal RAB 250 comma 250 comma 250 end with. Else with btn submit copy paste this because we just want to change a few things. Then we're going to set it to false, which means if the percentage is not 100, we set it to false, and the back color to 255, 200, 0, and for color to 100, 100, 100. End with, end if. A quick adjustment. I saw I made a spelling mistake here. Is FRM bar BAR, not 2H. And now it also corrected it here. Alright, the next thing we're going to take a look at is this style form. So we're going to private sub style form. And now we can go up and activate it in the code, even though we haven't written it yet. But we started the module. And then we're going to dim I as integer. And we're going to set the form back color, me.backcolor equal RAB 250, 250, 250. And then we're going to do with LBL title dot font dot size equal 14 dot font dot bold equal true dot text align equal FM text aligned center dot back color equal RAB 240, 240, 240 dot for color equal RAB 0, 0, 0 dot border style equal FM border style single dot width equal me dot width dot left equal 0. End with, let's have a look. So we set the border around, we'll change the color. We still need to change the color for the labels and the button. Then is the questions labels for I equal 1 to 8 with me dot controls LBL Q and I dot font the size equal 10 dot for color equal RAB 50, 50, 50 dot back color equal me dot back color, basically setting it the same color as our user form we set up here. End with next I, and then we're gonna take the 8 text boxes for I equal 1 to 8 with me dot controls txt q and 8 dot back color equal RAB 255, 255, 255 dot font dot size equal 10 dot border style equal FM border style, single, end width, next line. Now for the progress bar, width, FRM bar, dot back color equal RAB 220, 220, comma 220, comma 220. Dot border style equal single, end width, and then the progress bar fill. So width LBL fill dot back color equal RGB 0, comma 176, comma 80 dot width equal 0, end width. And then the percentage label, width LBL percent dot font dot size equal 10 dot font dot bold equal true dot text align equal FM text aligned center. The back color equal ME dot back color. So again here the UserForms specs color. The fore color equal RAB 0, 0, 0. Dot border style equal FM border style none. Dot caption equal 0%, end width. And then the last part, the submit button. With btn submit dot enable equal false dot back color equal RAB 255, comma 200, comma 0. The fore color equal RAB 100, comma 100, comma 100. The font, the bold equal true, end width. And now have a look. Now it looks better. This is disabled, 0%. And then the idea is we fill this in and the progress bar should update when we fill in. I can also see we are missing a border around the boxes. The reason why we don't have a border around all these things is simply because I wrote txtq and 8 here. It should be of course I for the for loop here. And now it looks better. Alright, we also need to remove this submit, and now it should be working. You can see here the progress bar is working and we can click submit here. So the only thing we're missing is the button here. Let's code that now. That's a quick code here. I'm gonna dim WS as worksheet. I'm gonna dim next row as long. Set WS equal this workbook, the sheets, checklists. Next row equal ws.cells, ws.rows.count, use first column, and Excel up, dot row plus 1. Then we're going to do ws.cells, next row, number 1, dot value, now, which is a timestamp, ws.cells, next row, number 2, dot value, equal txt q dot text, and copy paste it. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we're going to finish it writing a message box, checklist, saved, comma, VBA information. Unload me. And that's it. Insert module, sub, open form, UserForm1.show. Insert a button here, select open form, and we can write open form, and let's test it. Now it looks better, and now we can just go through them. Has the project scope been clearly defined? Yes. You can see the progress bar, 13%. We're still going to click on it. Let's copy paste this. Have key stakeholders been identified? Yes. Are there existing templates and processes in place? Yes. Is the expected timeline confirmed and realistic? Yes. Have potential risk blockers been discussed? Yes. And then run 100%. You see the bottom turned from yellow to green and editable. So we can click submit, checklist, saved, unload it, and here you have it. It was not so much about the output for this video, it's more about seeing the progress bar get filled in once we fill in these questions. I hope you like this video. If you do, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. Way more tutorials are coming on my channel, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.